Artificial intelligence in 2025? A technological revolution or an overhyped fantasy? Today, we're diving into 8 key AI trends that could reshape our world in just 2 years. Buckle up because the future is coming faster than you might think.
Oh, I'm definitely intrigued. AI has been making waves for years now, but it feels like we're on the cusp of something big. What's first on our list?
Well, let's start with agentic AI. Every time we mention AI agents on the show, our listenership spikes. People are fascinated by the idea of AI systems that can reason, plan, and act independently.
Hmm. It's like having a digital Swiss Army knife, right? But how advanced are these agents really?
Right now, they're still struggling with consistent logical reasoning. They handle simple tasks well, but throw something complex at them, and things fall apart. By 2025, though, I predict we'll see big strides in this area.
So what might that look like in practice?
Imagine an AI agent that can manage a company's entire supply chain, adapting to unexpected disruptions, market changes, and even geopolitical events in real time. It's not just following rules anymore, it's understanding context and making nuanced decisions.
That's wow. That could revolutionize how businesses operate. What's next on our list?
Next up is something called inference time compute. Now, this might sound a bit technical, but bear with me because it's actually pretty cool. And
All right, I'm all ears. What exactly is inference time compute?
inference is when an AI model works on real-time data to provide an answer. In 2025, we're likely to see models that can adjust how much time they spend reasoning, depending on the complexity of a request.
Oh, I see. So for simple tasks, it might only take a few seconds, but for more complex problems, it could take minutes.
Exactly. And the exciting part is that these improvements happen during inference, which means we can get smarter AI without needing to retrain the entire model. This could lead to more efficient use of computational resources and more accurate responses to complex queries.
That's fascinating. It's like the AI is learning to manage its own thinking time, just like we do. What's our third trend?
Our third trend is all about size specifically, very large models. We're talking about language models that are growing at an incredible rate. In 2024, we saw models with up to 2 trillion parameters. By 2025, we could be looking at models with 50 trillion parameters or more.
Wow, that's a lot of zeros. What does that mean in practical terms?
Well, it means these massive models could unlock capabilities in reasoning and natural language understanding that we can't even imagine right now. It's like going from a calculator to a supercomputer. These models might be able to understand and generate human-like text with unprecedented accuracy, potentially even surpassing human-level performance in certain language tasks.
That's mind-boggling. But surely not everything is getting bigger, right?
You're absolutely right, and that leads us to our fourth trend: very small models. While we're seeing these massive models on one end of the spectrum, we're also seeing advancements in tiny models on the other end.
Tiny models? How small are we talking?
We're looking at models in the range of a few billion parameters. Now, I know that doesn't sound small, but compared to the 50 trillion we just talked about, it's minuscule. These models are designed to run efficiently on everyday devices like smartphones or even smartwatches.
And what's the advantage of these smaller models?
They can run efficiently on everyday devices like laptops or phones. For example, I've got a 2 billion parameter IBM Granite 3 model running on my laptop right now, and it's not even breaking a sweat. This means we could have powerful AI assistants running directly on our devices without needing to connect to a cloud server.
That's incredible. So we're looking at a future where powerful AI could be accessible to anyone with a smartphone.
Exactly. These compact models will make AI more ubiquitous and accessible than ever before. Imagine having a personal AI tutor in your pocket, or a real-time language translator that works even when you're offline.
The possibilities do seem endless. So, what's next on our list of AI trends for 2025?
Next up, we're looking at advanced enterprise use cases. Now, in 2024, we saw AI being used in businesses for things like improving customer experience, automating IT operations, and enhancing cybersecurity. But in 2025, these applications are going to get much, much smarter.
Those all sound pretty advanced already. How could they get even smarter?
Well, imagine customer service bots that can genuinely solve complex problems, not just redirect you to a human. Or IT systems that can optimize entire networks on their own, predicting and preventing outages before they happen. And security tools that adapt in real time to evolving threats, maybe even engaging in AI vs AI battles against malicious bots.
That's impressive. It sounds like AI could really transform how businesses operate. What's our sixth trend?
Our sixth trend is something called near infinite memory. This is where things start to get really sci-fi. We're on the verge of AI systems that can retain and process enormous amounts of information.
Near infinite memory. That sounds like something out of a movie. What does it mean in the context of AI?
Current models already have context windows in the millions of tokens, but by 2025, we might see systems that can effectively remember everything they've ever processed. Imagine a chatbot that remembers every interaction you've ever had with it, providing incredibly personalized service.
That's both amazing and a little scary. The implications for personalization are huge, but what about privacy concerns?
You're absolutely right to bring that up. With great power comes great responsibility, and these near infinite memory systems will definitely raise some important ethical and privacy questions. We'll need robust regulations and safeguards to ensure this technology is used responsibly.
Definitely something we'll need to keep an eye on. What's our second to last trend?
Our seventh trend is human-in-the-loop augmentation. This is all about how humans and AI work together, and it's a crucial area where we need to see improvements.
That sounds promising. After all, AI is meant to augment human capabilities, not replace them, right?
That's the idea, but it's not always working out that way. There was a recent study that showed a chatbot outperforming physicians in clinical reasoning. But here's the kicker: when doctors use the chatbot as a tool, their performance actually dropped.
Wait, what? How is that possible?
The issue is that current systems often require too much expertise to use effectively. It's like giving someone a powerful tool, but not teaching them how to use it properly. By 2025, we should see better interfaces and workflows that make it easier for professionals to integrate AI into their work, without needing to become AI experts themselves.
So what might that look like in practice?
Imagine a doctor using an AI system that presents its findings in a clear, intuitive way, highlighting key areas for the doctor to focus on. Or a lawyer using an AI that can summarize complex legal documents and suggest relevant precedents, but in a way that complements the lawyer's own expertise rather than trying to replace it.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not just about having powerful AI, it's about making it truly useful and accessible. So what's our final trend?
For our eighth and final trend, we're actually turning it over to our listeners. We want to hear from you. What do you think will be the big AI trend in 2025? Maybe it's something we've missed, or maybe it's a different take on one of the trends we've discussed.
Oh, I love this. Getting our audience involved is always exciting. How can our listeners share their thoughts?
They can leave a comment on our website or reach out to us on social media. We're always excited to hear your thoughts and spark new conversations. Who knows, maybe some of our listeners will predict something that even the experts haven't thought of yet.
This has been such a fascinating discussion. It's amazing to think about where AI might be in just a couple of years. Any final thoughts?
Just this: stay curious, stay engaged, and don't be afraid to imagine the future. Whether you're excited or apprehensive about the rise of AI, your voice matters in shaping how this technology develops and how we use it as a society.
Well said. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to share your AI predictions for 2025 with us. We can't wait to hear your ideas.
And remember, the future isn't set in stone, it's what we make it. So let's make it an exciting one.